Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy Josh Shop,
It's your boy Tay.
and this is another episode of Sports Talk Tay and Josh. And before you get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment, and follow us on social media too while you're at it. Okay. And on this special case, what we're gonna do is review Boba Fett episode 5, which just dropped last week. So we're
Yeah.
giving everybody enough time to watch it so we can do reviews. May include some spoilers if you haven't watched it. Make sure you go watch it first, then come back. Okay.
So
All
pause,
right.
pause it, go
Mhm.
watch this episode, then come back to this review. Pretty much.
Okay, you've been warned. You've been warned. All right.
Yeah.
So Tay, let's go with episode 5. I think this episode is Tay and Josh was right with our predictions since
Yeah.
episode 1. But I'm going. I should title this review. We called it last episode because
yeah.
they kept hitting at the Mandalorian, so they just kept hitting at it throughout the
Yeah.
series. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean,
So go
we.
ahead. I'll let you go first.
Yeah. Now you like that should be the title. Tay and Josh was right because we've been saying this from the get go that this is going to be a lead up or he's going to be in a few episodes. Yeah. I mean, this is easy. This is easily. Last week I said episode 4 was the best, but clearly no. Number 5 is actually the best episode of this season. It's
Hmm.
slowly getting better. Now that they're involving some of the, I guess some of the other fan favorites are included into the series now. As far as
Hmm.
Boba Fett with this one, because now if you ain't know from the last episode that they're going to pretty much they're about to go into war because of the land, and they're pretty much trying to push over Boba Fett to leave the land and somebody else take over, but he don't want to do that. So now he got to get his muscles. Which more likely that means it's going to be the Mandalorian, which is Mando.
Yeah.
He
What
is the
gave it away?
muscle.
They said we got to build an army.
Yeah,
Talk about we need to hire bounty hunters. I was like, oh, they about to. They pretty much that was like pink elephant in the room. Oh yeah, Mandalorian is gonna be a cameo. They
yeah.
gave this dude a whole episode. So this episode should have
Oh,
been titled uh "The
well,
Mandalorian featuring Boba Fett."
yeah. But the funny thing is, the title of the episode was "The Return of the Mandalorian." That's the funny thing about it.
My
That was
man, you
literally
know
the
how
title of
popular.
the episode.
You know how important Mandalorian is to Disney that they gave him a
Yeah.
whole episode in somebody else's series. So this must have been one of those throwaway episodes for Mandalorian season 3. Like, like yeah, we give it at the Boba Fett.
Yeah, or like this is the joke we couldn't use for season 2. So here you go. Just
Here you
use
go.
this.
Yeah, this is a bonus episode. Should have been a bonus episode of Mandalorian. That's what it really should have been.
But yeah, now overall, like I said, this is probably the best. This is the best episode. I'm
Hmm.
liking the fact that they did include Mando because at some point they got to bring something involved with season 3 of Mandalorian.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm liking that they going with the events that happen after he gets the Shadow Blade, um, and what happens after he left. Like after he gave up Grogu to Luke, and then that whole thing. So it's kind of like an
Hmm.
aftermath a little bit.
Hmm.
I think they're gonna go more in depth with it in season 3 about what happened after. Um, but also they also he is, from my understanding, from the episode from when I watched it, look like he's trying to see Grogu as well, like at least try to visit him or whatever the case may be to see if I don't know if he's gonna remember him because Jedi's they got short term memories once they're in training. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
don't remember certain people. So I wonder if he does go see this Grogu, however old or how developed in his training he is. That is he going to remember Mando when he sees him? That's going to be the tricky part.
Hmm.
This might be more like a season 3 thing though. If I'm thinking about
Yeah.
it, it might be
Yeah.
more of a season 3
Okay.
for
My gut is
Mandalorian.
telling me I think it's gonna lead to season 3 or event that's gonna happen in season 3.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. So I wanna what will you give it? You got any predictions? How this gonna end? Big battle fight, something like that? Between
Well,
two sides? Hmm.
I know from the the scene when he's trying to learn the blade that they pretty much kicked him out of the Mandalorian because he took his helmet off. But I don't think that's gonna hold. because I think the leader cares for Mando too much to actually just let him be on his own. So I think the army, like the last of the Mandalorians of that clan, is probably going to show up in Boba Fett. I'm pretty sure of it. Just to
That's my gut. My actually my gut was great minds think alike. I was actually
yeah,
thinking a similar thing.
and I think what's the other Mandalorian? Bo, she's gonna show up with her people, and they might
Mm-hmm.
team up together. Maybe this might be a one time thing. It might be a one time thing where they both will team up, and it just be the new Mandalorian way with the old Mandalorian way, and they just for them to help one of their own, they might just swallow their pride and help. I think,
Mm-hmm.
and the fact that Mando got the Shadow Blade, it actually helps him with bringing in the balance or the bringing in the camaraderie between the two because he does have Shadow Blade. Till somebody beats him,
Mm-hmm.
he is the leader of the Mandalorians technically.
Mm-hmm.
Until somebody dethroned him. Dude tried, but it ain't work. So
Yeah.
he had to
Spoiler
yield.
alert. Spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
spoiler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He had to bend the knee. It's my Game of Thrones word. I'm not supposed to play. I'm
exactly.
joking. I know it.
Yeah, he bent the knee. Like it was either that or he's gonna get killed. One of the two. But
Yeah,
luckily enough, the leader
he didn't want
stopped
he
him.
didn't want to be on he didn't want to be on that recipe shirt. Well,
Yeah.
I'm joking with
So
you. I'm joking, guys. Well, yeah.
yeah, now the leader came in. She stopped them. She stopped the fight and
Mm-hmm.
asked. Then she asked both of them if they took their helmets off. The other guy said no. Mando said yeah, but the thing is, I think if she
Mm-hmm.
knew the circumstances on why he took the helmet off, like he had to take it off or else he was gonna die, I think that would
Mm-hmm.
have been a whole different story. But
Yeah, but yeah. Also, what I liked about this, it showed him like still learning how to use the Shadow Blade. Like he
yes,
wasn't really
yeah.
fully well trained. They was helping him because yeah.
And her weaponry though, the leader's weaponry actually holds against the Shadow Blade, which that was
Mm-hmm.
shocking because everything else was melting around it. It was just her weaponry. But I think it's because of the armor she used as well too. Because
Mm-hmm.
like the arm like I guess the stone not stone the steel that she used and probably it used better with the bleed. Because everything else it was getting destroyed through that battle
Mm-hmm.
except for her weaponry. When she was
Mm-hmm.
training Mando to how to use it because he was like yeah it's getting heavy. She's like, yeah, you gotta use the blade. You let the blade use you pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's getting heavy. So we'll see what happens. Maybe eventually, maybe the last episode we might see him will it like he's supposed to.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's my gut is that, or they're gonna, yeah, they might do it. They might do it,
yeah, might be
or
some
lead it
enemy
up,
something.
or might lead it up to Mandalorian season three.
Yeah,
One of the two. He gonna finally get the fully trained and how to properly use it. That's why I think the truth. That's what's gonna really happen.
yeah. Do you think we might see Grogu? I mean, we seen the
Hmm.
Mandalorian. He tried to. He said he's going to try to see his friends before the battle happens. And we already
Hmm.
know it's Grogu. So do you think Grogu might make an appearance?
Hmm. That's a good question.
Because
I want
I
to.
mean, they've been keeping it under wraps as far as Grogu since he's been training with Luke, like forever, literally
Hmm.
forever. Because he is the
Hmm.
last one of that kind. So it's like, are they going to show him? Like I'm like, I hope they do because I would like to see the new era type of thing where it's like the new Jedi slash Mandalorian type of ordeal like
Hmm.
the ancient one that could hold the shadow blade. That'd be nice to see Grogu be that for
Hmm.
this for this show or for the Mandalorian franchise in general. That would be a nice little turn. What I'm saying to see him wield the shadow. Wield the shadow blade and become that Mandalorian Jedi like they
Hmm.
had in ancient times.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And what you got? What else you got?
I think you pretty much took my thunder. I think our prediction was pretty much about eye to eye for the most part. So what will you give a rating of this episode? 1 to 10? I mean 0 to 10 actually. 0 and negative to just. I mean, you just trash 10 being the best. What would
I
you
might
give it?
actually give this an 8.
Okay. Okay. I actually have to agree with you just because they had the Shadow Blade in it. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8. This
I
is
mean,
probably yeah, this is probably the best episode so far.
yeah. I mean, like I said, they brought back a fan favorite. Like nobody. I
Hmm
mean, we knew it was going to happen, but we didn't think it was going to be a full
I
episode. Like
I
not a
didn't yeah,
full
I thought he was
episode.
gonna do a small I thought he was gonna do a cameo, not a full
Yeah.
episode. So
Like they
yeah.
did a full episode. You know what I'm saying? Like he
hmm
went back. Oh, and here's another thing. Then we could probably end
Go
it off
for it.
here. Do you think his ship was the old Anakin Skywalker's ship from Phantom Menace?
It
It
does
looked
look
like
like
it.
it. It looked like
It
it
looked
from
like
the.
it.
It looked like it.
I was
Possible.
like,
It could have.
I
It,
looked
it
at it.
could
I
be
was like,
from the battle. It could be from the battle that happened in
yeah.
Phantom
I
Menace.
was thinking
It
that
could
too.
be. Could be. Could be.
Cause I was like, yo, this shit look familiar. Hold up, nah, man, this shit look too familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this joint look exactly like Anakin's joint right before he became a damn teenager. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like the fact that they brought him in. They still, like I said, the Grogu element is still there, even when
Mm-hmm.
the um the leader made I think the metal or the steel for him and made the bow as
Mm-hmm.
Grogu's face, like Grogu's head shape.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I think Mando still got that connection. I think he's looking at Grogu like that was his cub, like that was his
Mm-hmm.
son type of thing. Like, because at first, he was there to kill him, then he grew fond of him, it pretty much protected him. Went from that to actually like pretty much damn near loving him, and then he had to give him away at the end. Yeah, he's still hurt. Like you could tell he's still kind of yeah, like he didn't want to give him up, but he had to because he's the last of his kind. Like he had to give him up for like as far as Jedi's, he had to give him up because he's the last of that kind. But you could tell
yeah.
it still hurt him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He's.
So
I know he still felt that.
yeah. So
Well, okay. All right. So I think we ended here. I want to thank everybody. We had a short discussion of
yeah,
episode 5. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like it. We will post episode 6 review coming up. We try to give
yeah,
people enough time to watch it before we go discuss spoilers. Okay. All
yeah.
right.
2 episodes left,
Peace.
y'all. 2 episodes
Two
left.
episode.
You
And
already
also
got.
make sure you subscribe to us. We do have audio podcasts
Yeah,
available on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, all for free 99. Okay. All
yep.
right. Take care. Peace and hair grease.
All right.